We have had, guys, we've had short films, Crazy Things, Big Fire Girl was in it, Trenton was in it, Sammy, so many reactions, Scurry, Conspiracy Theories, Walking Dead, and we're going to be basically reacting to a little bit of every single Reactcast. Reacting to everything. So, let's just move the camera up and let's get into the first video, which was originally Try Not to Laugh. Some have been left out, guys, because I couldn't really find the short enough video instead of like somewhere like 25 minutes, and I wasn't around the 25-minute part. Alright, let's try not to laugh then. It's only 10 videos. Oh. I can't believe that. What is that? I can.
Hey, him wet. Oh, him wet. You want something to eat?
What?
Okay, go.
Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out.
What? Okay, yeah, that's fine. Guys, Reactcast Season 3 will return on September 19th or something, 2023. So a few months away. So no Reactcast for the next few months. Rep. 2.5 months.
Come on, get your ball. Give me your ball. What's wrong with you?
Oh. What the? Oh my. Funny monkey, what? Episode 2 of the Reactcast Season 2.
This is why you should always make sure you're home alone.
Videos.
One day, 2 police officers are sitting in their car waiting for their next call. They pull over a couple cars, but nothing unusual. A couple hours later, they get a call saying a woman feels like there is somebody in her house and she is hiding. The police, thinking it's some sort of home invasion, begin to rush to the scene. They pull up to the house and notice all of the lights are off and the doors are closed. The police begin to try and open the door, but the door is locked. They decide it'll be quicker if they just bust a window and enter the scene. They busted the window and begin searching. One officer says, "I'll search the left of the house and you search the right," and they both agree. The officer on the right finds a bathroom door that is cracked, and as he's opening it, he hears scratching and a faint whispering in the bedroom. He stops what he's doing and opens the door to the room. He pulls out his weapon and aims it at the closet and said, "Whoever's in there, come out now." He opens the door and finds nothing. At the same time, the officer to the left says, "I found her, the house is clear."
Yo, it's 2020. How do we still not know who this is? Jack the Ripper haunted the Whitechapel district of London from 1888 to 91, killing up to 11 women and terrorizing the community. He mailed letters and sometimes body parts to the local newspaper, once stating, "Here's a liver. I fried and ate the other one." Because his victims were disfigured and often missing organs from their body, it was clear that the killer was highly skilled in human anatomy. Despite developments in crime technology, he evaded police and was never identified.
Here's a terrifying true ghost story. 2 sisters were staying at a very old historic hotel in the middle of nowhere in Montana. The hotel had been around since the 1800s. It was one of the sisters' favorite hotels, and they've been multiple times. However, the other sister couldn't sleep because all she heard was someone walking around upstairs on
God.
hardwood floors, pacing around the room.
Oh
In
God.
the morning, I asked my sister how she could have slept through it, and she told me that above, it used to be a ballroom where people used to dance, but now it was carpeted and empty. There was no hardwood floors. I asked the hotel staff, and then that's when they confirmed that there was nobody up there, and if there was, I wouldn't have heard high heels on hardwood floors.
Oh God. No.
This is why you should be careful what you put in the mail. In 2015, a man was asked by his neighbor to collect his mail while he was gone for a few weeks.
Okay.
A few days later, a large package arrives on his neighbor's front porch.
Okay.
The man can barely lift it, but gets over to his garage where he accidentally drops it and hears something break inside. Hoping his neighbor would think the damage occurred en route, he closes his squeaky garage door and forgets about it. But over the next couple of days, whatever was in that package started to smell so bad that he decides to open it up. Inside were two very important finds: his neighbor, who was dead, and a camera that was still recording. The police bring the man in for questioning and show him what was on the camera inside the box. It starts with his neighbor talking to the camera about how excited he is to mail himself home for his YouTube channel. Then, police fast forward to the very end where they see that the neighbor is now sleeping in the box, and then suddenly gets dropped and you hear a crack. That's his neck breaking. And then you hear a squeaky garage door close.
No.
Urban legends to haunt you, the kidney heist. A man decided to go out one night on a date. He hadn't been out in a long time, and he was really excited to meet this beautiful girl that he had met online. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary, and he even paid for a dinner. He thought it was going great. However, the next day he thought maybe he just had too much to drink, and he woke up in a bathtub. But then he was looking around and noticed that he was surrounded by ice.
I'm not ready
As
for
he
the next
starts
one.
waking up and coming to his senses, he begins freaking out. He notices one of his kidneys are gone.
Oh my God. Oh, finding that's over. How long is after? Oh
If
God,
you
we're
see
halfway
this
there.
in Chuck E. Cheese, you need to leave immediately. So many of the workers at Chuck E. Cheese were reporting that these animatronics are coming alive by itself. Now,
Yeah.
never go to Chuck E. Cheese during the late night. If you don't see these animatronics on the stage and they're off, please run for your life. Many of the workers say that these robots come alive at night and have been taking children from their parents.
These TikTokers accidentally found a body. There's a
Jeez.
popular app right now on TikTok called Randonautica that sends you to random locations in your area. Some people find random abandoned places. Some people even found random weird things in the forest. These group of teens were led to a suitcase. But the thing is, when they opened the suitcase, it was a dead body inside.
Wait, open it. It stinks, y'all.
When they opened the suitcase with a stick, it had a horrible stench. Later calling the cops, who confirmed there was dead body parts inside.
Oh my.
This is why you should always trust your gut. In the early 1970s, a college student decided to hitchhike his way home after class. A car pulls up, a man offers him a ride, and he climbs in. As soon as the car started moving, the student felt totally uneasy, like something was wrong but he couldn't quite place it. Without saying anything, he waited till the next time they slowed down and he flung the door open and ran away. 2 years later, he's flicking through TV channels when he comes across this special interview with a death row inmate. And it's just the audio recording, so he hears the interviewer ask the inmate, "Why did you remove all the door handles inside of your car?" The man just goes, "Well, the first time I tried to kill someone, I picked up a college hitchhiker who got smart at some point and jumped out of my car. So, lesson learned, remove all the door handles." When they showed his picture, the student knew immediately that he was supposed to be the first victim of John Wayne Gacy, aka the Killer Clown, who had killed over 30 men and boys in his clown room and stuffed them into his basement.
If someone calls out your name at night, you might not want to answer after watching this. As a kid, I was told stories about the legend of the night caller, and it was believed that if someone calls out your name in the middle of the night and you respond, a demon would appear out of nowhere and take you away. According to lore, a young girl stayed up late in her room when she heard her mom call out to her. The voice was so faint that she stopped what she was doing to listen closely. And again, she heard her mom's voice calling out to her. She responded, and almost immediately, her door, which was already closed, slowly opened, and someone was standing at the foot of the door.
Like
It was
somebody's
dark,
just
and
so
she
fake
couldn't
about
make out
that.
the features of this person, but he had the form of her mom. The shadow figure then asked the girl to follow her. Thinking it was her mom, she got up and followed. The next day, a search began, but the little girl was never found. Coincidentally, most of the kids in the neighborhood claimed that they heard a voice call out to them that same night, but they were too scared to answer. And that is why...
Oh my, that is like, I don't know.
These are the strangest things that have ever been caught on camera. This video shows what appears to be a dark humanoid type creature crawling towards a bunch of boys playing soccer. Once the kids see it, they immediately run away in terror. Nobody knows for sure what this animal was, but many people claim that it was the South American mythical beast known as the Pombero. This next video was taken at the funeral of a 7-year-old girl. It shows one of the balloons that was next to her coffin somehow floating directly to her crying mother in the audience. Many people believe that this was the girl trying to comfort her mother from the grave.
Stop.
The picture behind me might look like a normal photo, but it's actually one of the most sinister, real-life haunted photos in history. Taken by a professional photographer in 1972 as guests arrived for a wedding, everything in this picture looks happy and normal. But if you take a closer look at the man standing in black, you'll see something odd. You can actually see somebody in white crouching behind the man. All 4 of the people in the picture said that there was no one behind them when it was taken. The photographer said the same thing, and that it would be impossible for someone to crouch behind them without him seeing them. This is a better picture where you can actually see the guy's legs, and then in the top you can see his eyes. The picture was even examined by police photographers, and they confirmed that it was genuine.
Let's go. Oh. Oh no, not the next one. Oh god, please, no! I hit the next one. Guys, I'm crying. I'm crying! We watch short films with Trenton. No. Jesus. No. Oh.
Dad?
What the?
Dad?
Feels a little bit closer. What the fudge? He killed her?
It's worse than before. He's really close.
It's not real. Go to bed.
Guys. Look like I didn't want to jump scare boys. What, is she gonna kill the dog? Oh. Kill. Oh god.
Welcome to Daily Quiz Channel. Today you will have to choose what you would rather be or do. Halloween edition.
Oh god, we
Subscribe
did
to the
Halloween.
channel so you won't miss new uploads. Let's start. Would you rather explore a corn maze
Probably
or a
haunted
haunted
house.
house?
Haunted house. Corn maze is very creepy.
Be a vampire bat or a black cat?
Hey, a black cat. Look. A cat.
Never celebrate Halloween
Never
or
celebrate.
Thanksgiving
I don't
again.
even celebrate. Halloween's my favorite holiday. If I'm gonna go.
See a UFO or
See a
Bigfoot?
UFO. See a UFO. I made it out of the way. Yeah. See a Bigfoot. What the hell? Imagine.
Feel sick from too much candy or not have any candy at all?
Feel sick from too much candy.
Carve a jack-o'-lantern or create home decorations?
I would love to create home decorations, but probably carve a jack-o'-lantern.
Eat a caramel apple
Eat
or
caramel
a caramel
popcorn.
popcorn ball?
Eat caramel popcorn.
Scare someone or be scared?
Scare someone, but the flip.
Explore a haunted hospital or cemetery?
Fuck. Cemetery. That's a hard one.
Would you rather meet a zombie or a ghost?
Ghost? What's a ghost gonna do, bro? Zombie will just eat the hell out of you, while a ghost.
Be friends with a vampire or be
Friends
friends
with
with
a
a werewolf?
vampire, bro. You get the suck out of the ball. Whoa. Where you go?
Hand out candy or go trick-or-treating?
Go trick or treating, bro.
Be chased by the headless horseman or a zombie?
Zombie. I know it's hard because the zombies would be slow if
Be able to talk to ghosts or be able to see ghosts?
people that talk to ghosts, for sure. Scare the hell out of them.
Have a vampire dad or a witch mom?
Which mum? Be cool.
Would you rather paint your face or wear a mask?
Wear a mask. Paint your face, like, it doesn't really do us. Well, it depends on.
Smell like a zombie or behave like a zombie?
Smell like a zombie.
Go visit a dentist for teeth removal or watch a scary film alone at night?
Watch a scary film alone at night. What kind of
Be
question?
chased by Halloween's Michael or Jason from Friday the 13th?
You're after anyway. Probably Jason. You're after
Pet
anyway.
a bat or pet a spider?
Bat. I know that's a hard one. Yeah, bat probably.
Make your own costume or buy one from a store?
Buy one from a store, bro. Who has time for that crap?
Scare your best friend or scare your parents?
Scare your best friend.
Listen to some ghost stories or watch a ghost movie with your
Watch a
friends?
ghost movie with your friends. That'd be fun.
Have a ghost in your closet or a monster under your bed?
In your closet, ghost. But under your bed is so much closer.
Which do you like at Halloween the most? Comment below. Subscribe to not miss new videos.
Put a finger down if you like. Boy. Right, we're gonna skip a bit of this. Is what we want to know because we've already done a bit of this.
Are you mad? Come here.
I love it.
Right.
That's why we're going on there, right?
That would creep me out a little bit. If there was no sticker there and that moved like that spider, that would creep me out a bit. Like that sort of thing. There was one time, guys, that literally I was doing trick or treating. It was like years ago, and there was this flipping doorbell. It gave me an electric shock, and then this flipping spider came down and jumped. I'm telling you, I didn't deal with that. It had it every year. I never went to that house again. It was creepy as hell, boy. Like it scared the life out of it. Electric shocked my finger. The fake doorbell, I'm pretty sure it was, and that spider come scared the life out of me, bro.
That's her friend. Don't hit him.
No, don't hit him. They're my friend.
Okay, you're scared of that one? Ah, la chingada. ¿Tienes miedo a ese? Órale,
Oh, imagine
ese.
being that scared.
¿Cuál? ¿A ese le tienes miedo?
You'd be a little bit scared at that
¿A
age.
cuál? ¿A este? Hey,
A little bit scared at that age.
Mommy.
Look.
Daddy.
We got the clouds on his head.
I don't need friends.
Oh, look, it's not even working.
Randy, I'm gonna do this.
Did you even press it?
You didn't even have to press it.
Alright. Guys, who's hyped for 30-hour stream?
The liftoff. 50 years ago today, the dream of a man on the moon came true.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That moment still resonates. 650 million people worldwide watched those first grainy images.
My parents were so excited, they were almost crying.
Beautiful, just beautiful.
It's amazing. They went up, landed, turned around, and came back.
50 years ago, my dad took the three of us kids all out and bought us a newspaper. This one's mine, and I still look at it from time to time and dream. Gary George was a dreamer too, who went from building backyard rockets with friends to an internship with NASA's engineer team. For $218, he bought a bunch of surplus government videotapes and made a discovery of his own, original recordings from the moon.
Put that to the side, cut a little bit.
I got to these 3 reels of tape that were labeled Apollo 11 EVA, and Dad, being the space buff that he was, he looked at that and he just said, I don't think I'd give those away. I think I'd hang on to those. Those might be valuable someday.
That someday is today. The tapes are being auctioned at Sotheby's, billed as the only surviving first-generation recording of the moonwalk. This is the footage on those tapes. Sotheby's says it's cleaner than what has been seen before because it was recorded on the feed straight from the moon. All other recordings are of a lesser quality, fed out by NASA at the time.
The moonwalk is the only moment that I can think of in human history where the whole world was united for a good reason.
Here at Chicago's Museum of Science and Industry, they take visitors back to the excitement of the Apollo missions.
It was just a very inspirational and historic moment.
People have been coming together to relive that giant leap ever since. And now it will remain preserved on video.
So-called kangaroo hop.
I'm just kind of glad that I could have, a role in saving them.
Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Chicago.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.
Guys, remember we did the Elvis Presley Ireland documentary in January this year. I don't know exactly what Reactcast.
Media that's
there was also some that were I couldn't get like reacting to subscribers' videos, like that sort of thing.
They got here.
Or like the Mandela Effect was another one.
CDs,
or of course our
FTVs.
conspiracy real.
Really a lot of cool stuff here.
There's a few other ones like.
In Graceland.
But that's good. You got in a trap.
Just a shot.
Remember Elvis? Wait, that was a good one. That. You get back out, 'cause I love too much, baby.
Pretty neat. A lot to choose
You
from.
got in a trap. We can go on together.
I know I'm gonna probably
Hold
get a couple pieces of
suspicious
that
mind.
vinyl. Maybe one of these FTD sets.
I thought it was an NFT. I was like, about to be like, boy. I was about to be like, boy.
Kind of like an Elvis Presley fanatic's dream right here. This is my second time to be at Graceland and my wife's first, so that's why we came. This is just a shop.
Look at all that cool stuff.
Right.
Buy some of that. Imagine just taking the sign.
Cool shirts. That's nice, yeah.
Whoa.
I like the Las Vegas shop, the Beatles shop. A little bit more subdued, though.
Whoa.
But a lot of nice stuff in here.
I love that sign. That Elvis sign.
There's a cool display.
Dope.
Look at that.
Jailhouse Rock. Oh, look at the suits. Oh, that's dope.
If you can buy these suits.
Oh. Probably $5,000.
There you go. $3,000 and that suit is yours.
$3,000. That is worth it. Especially that gold one.
TV special white suit.
How much?
$1,700. This is what I'd probably, if I just to put it up in your house. This is the iconic suit.
How much?
Very similar to the Sgt. Pepper.
How much would that
There you go. You got a belt. For all you Elvis impersonators out there.
$350.
All that thing on your stomach. Another belt.
$300. Jeez, that's
Anyway,
good prices.
just kind of wasting time here because we're going to go on the Graceland tour and then the museum is in there. I'll take some pictures in there. Pretty cool. When I get some of these
Really good
FTDs,
prices,
we'll
like.
drop some money here, I think. A couple of them at least. So, anyway.
Drop some money on that.
We'll see you around
I buy that
later.
shit.
Thanks for watching.
It's the creepy video that freaked everyone out.
I'm honestly just kind of scared.
The creature was captured back in June on a motion sensor camera outside a home in La Junta, Colorado.
Remember, guys, we did
Definitely
the
not
aliens or
human,
aliens,
wrote one
real?
mystified observer. Lots of people think it looked like Dobby, the beloved elf from the Harry Potter
I
movies.
literally just watched all the Harry Potters again.
Another theory? It's a skinny kid wearing underwear on his head.
All the Harry Potter movies.
In the driveway
after
watching this video, we're here right now. Vivian Gomez owns the house where
All
the
the
video
Harry
was
Potter
shot.
movies, just like a
And
mother.
this is Bobby, her 9-year-old son. He's about the same height as the creature in the video. So, could Bobby be Dobby? Bobby, was that you in the video?
No,
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Definitely.
He has an alibi, his mom. They say they were inside the house watching TV when the creature chicken danced down the driveway at 9 p.m. at night. Still, I was skeptical. You sure you don't dance with underwear on your head down the driveway at night?
I'm sure.
Our number one suspect is pointing the finger at his friend Montana, the proverbial girl next door.
She does it better.
No way it was me, says Montana. Who do you think it is?
Bobby with underwear on his head.
You think it's Bobby? There's only one way to settle this. I have some underwear to put on your head. Shall we?
Sure.
All right, let's see it. Here's Bobby doing the chicken dance on a night vision camera. And here he is, side by side with the creature. So, was it Bobby?
No.
Bobby, what do you say?
I am not the one in the video.
Creepy stuff. Creepy stuff.
United 93, you're here, Cleveland Center.
United 93 is one of 4,500 planes in the sky above America. It's under the control of Al-Qaeda terrorist
Goodness,
Ziad
my
Jarrah.
heart.
just 34 minutes from its target, the Capitol. A top-secret recording from United 93's cockpit reveals what happens in its final moments. Few people have ever heard the tape.
You could hear the sound of the wind passing over the wings. So there was a lot of background noise, but even so, it was fascinating.
You could hear the scuffling. You could hear people moving quickly. The sense was that there were several people working together. You could hear a hijacker being hit with some type of object, and you could hear the pain that he felt when he was hit. And it was a cry and a wail as if he had been fatally struck.
All of a sudden, Saeed, one of the hijackers in the front, yells, "Fight!" And his buddy said, "Yeah."
They were realizing that the passengers and crew members were coming to get them.
We started to see change in the aircraft's flight. The airplane started making some pretty extreme maneuvers. Turned to the north. It turned to the south. It did like a 270-degree turn. I didn't know what was going on there.
Cleveland enlists the help of a nearby light aircraft.
Number 56865, Cleveland Center. We have Boeing 757. Can you see him up there, sir?
We've got him.
What altitude does it appear to be he's at?
He's probably 8,000 feet. He's behind us and only about 1,000 feet above us.
I advise you stay away from that aircraft. Go north as fast as you can.
In the opening moments of the passenger fight back, the terrorists lose altitude and veer away from their target of Washington, D.C.
And then they ran up the length of a 757 with all their improvised weapons, and you could hear them coming. And we could hear it in the recording. It became louder and louder, people yelling, and I'm thinking maybe they should have just done it quietly.
There was smashing and just sounded like things were being banged around and commotion.
And then we all heard Tom's voice. All of us just jolted. He was trying to get home to us. You could hear him yelling in the cockpit, the cockpit.
They were chanting. Tom Burnett started at, "In the cockpit," and they were going, "In the cockpit, in the cockpit." They rattled the heck out of those guys in the front. They were terrified.
If you can, report what he's doing, sir.
It looks like he's rocking his wings, according to my observer.
Oh my god.
Keeps rocking back and forth.
Guys, he's rocking his ring.
By shaking the aircraft back and forth, left to right, the hijackers tried to dislodge the passengers.
You could hear the passengers and crew members outside of the cockpit door
really loud. Guys yelling together and encouraging one another.
You can also hear the hijackers inside the cockpit.
They said, "Is that it? Should we put her in the ground now?" It's no, wait. And then you could hear the noise blasting them. "Get him!"
And then Tom said, "I'm injured." It was in a way that you had this sense that he was saying, "Don't wait for me. Keep going."
You could hear they were working together. And Dina said it was Tom that said, "If we don't get in there, we'll die."
Hi everyone, it's Yanis here, and in this video we will explore what is subliminal message. We will look at what it is, how does it work, why it's important, and I'll also share some examples to illustrate it. If this is your first time on this channel, then make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon to get updates on my latest videos about time management and productivity. A subliminal message is any sensory stimuli below an individual's threshold of conscious perception. After early research, some advertisers got excited as they wanted to use subliminal stimuli in their advertising. The idea was to include subliminal messages in their advertising in order to increase the sales for their products. In video advertising, it works by flashing the message on the screen just for a few milliseconds. It's short enough for people not to notice it, but long enough to be registered by your subconscious mind. In 1950s, a guy named James Vicari claimed to boost the sales at the movie theater by flashing "Eat popcorn and drink Coke" during a movie. Unfortunately, the claims were not justified or not repeatable, and therefore it's hard to say if the subliminal message was effective. Consider this in-store music experiment. When researchers played music in a liquor store, they found some interesting results. On days when German music was played, German wine outsold French wine. However, the reverse happened when the French music was played. There has been also attempts to include subliminal messages in self-help audios to improve their effectiveness. So all of this begs the question, do the subliminal messages work and can deliver the results that people want from them? Despite the attempts and research done in this field, it seems like there is not enough evidence to support the claims. So you can rest assured that nobody can subconsciously make you do the things that you don't want to do, at least for now. I hope that you enjoyed this video and I was able to give you a quick summary of what subliminal messages are and
22nd, 1963 was aimed at boosting his re-election bid ahead of the 1964 presidential vote. Thousands turned out to see the iconic leader and his wife Jacqueline travel in a motorcade through downtown Dallas. At 12:30 p.m. local time, as the president's open-top limousine reached Dealey Plaza, 3 gunshots were fired at the convoy. 2 bullets hit the president, 1 wounded him at the back of the neck and throat, the other caused a massive and fatal head injury. The president was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. in an historic announcement that stunned America. A government investigation found the shots were fired from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository by 24-year-old Lee Harvey Oswald. But the suspect was never tried. 2 days later, he was shot dead by local cabaret owner Jack Ruby during a prison transfer. The fact the identity of Kennedy's assassin was never proven in the courts has given rise to various alternative and unproven theories as to what really happened and who may have been behind it. A House of Representatives report in 1979 concluded
Bob Lazar is someone who became famous back in 1989 as a result of a very specific claim that he made. And that claim is that he worked at a place just south of Area 51. He called it S4. He was interviewed by Las Vegas journalist George Knapp in a series of very detailed interviews.
We put him on the air, blacked out his face, and he told this incredible story. Exactly what's going on up there?
Well, there's several, actually 9 flying saucers, flying discs that are out there of extraterrestrial origin.
He said it's a secret that needed to be told to the world, that his life was in danger, and that he was coming forward and wanted to tell it. I could feel my jaw dropping. Is this real? We left there thinking, wow, if this is real, this is a really big story. So we decided, well, let's take the time and get this right.
Over the next 8 months, Knapp conducted a thorough investigation of Lazar's sensational claims. According to Lazar, before he worked at S4, he was a physicist at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, the facility that developed the atomic bomb.
The central question for me was, did he work at Los Alamos? Because if he did, it would at least be plausible that if he worked there in a technical or scientific position, that he could also be hired at a place like S4. So that's where we focused our attention. I started calling Los Alamos at first. Nope, we have no record of a guy named Bob Lazar. I got the phone book from the Los Alamos lab. There's his name in the phone book. I called him back and said, hey, he's in the phone book. They finally, sort of exasperatingly, told me, yeah, we've got a record of him being here. We found Bob Lazar to be credible about his background, his his scientific training, where he had worked.
For more than 2 decades, Bob Lazar's critics claimed there was no evidence of any secret military base in the Nevada desert. But then, in 2013, a Freedom of Information Act request forced the CIA to finally acknowledge that Area 51 is real.
The story of Area 51, it exploded around the world. The reason you know about Area 51 is because Bob Lazar and George Knapp on the news 1989 made it a household name. That's the reason. All of that came from Bob Lazar.
To many researchers, the government's acknowledgement of Area 51 established Lazar as more than a UFO pioneer. His inside access made him a whistleblower.
My name's Bob Lazar. I'm known for working at a classified base known as S4 out in the Nevada desert near Area 51. And there, we reverse engineered alien spacecraft.
But could Lazar's sensational claims be true? Former Air Force pilot Captain David Fruhoff worked at Area 51 from 1979 until 1985. And while he was never shown any alien technology, he attests that Bob Lazar's account of the facility is entirely accurate.
When I was there, we knew about S4, but we didn't know what they did. And I know people that had worked for me that after I left there, they had seen Bob Lazar there. And they admitted that to me recently. Bob Lazar's statements and all the things he had said have gelled now to the point where I think he's very credible.
Whoa, what happened there? Sorry, brother.
Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out, feed it to his father, and then we'll start. You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that. Did you hear that? He said, suck my nuts. Oh my goodness! Look at this! I need you to know me. So, back to it. Buddy, you still there? I just don't know. It seems like you're trying to speak, but you just took a hell of a hit. I just popped your skull so hard, your eyeball just popped out. It hit as gross as shit. Yeah, I'll find you.
Sean.
Oh, hell. I can see this is hard on you guys. I am sorry. I truly am. But I did say it. No exceptions.
Alright guys, what a crazy season 2 Reactcast was. I was crying, sad moments, scary moments, all of the above. Thank you Big Fat Girl Trenton, all the special guests that we had in Reactcast 2 season 2. We're going to have a permanent person coming for season 3. Get excited. Thanks for watching Reactcast season 2. Farewell season 2.